So now let's see how to make repeated error-free sentences. So there is a golden rule of English grammar, or you can say the most important rule of English grammar, which says the verb should agree with its subject in number and person. When you say number, you mean singular or plural. When you say person, you're talking about a pronoun, which is the subject, that is the first person pronoun, second person pronoun, or third person pronoun. So here you have got 3 sentences and you have some time to find the correct sentence. You can pause the video and continue once you find the correct answer. Now you can see that in many countries, tourism is one of the major part of the economy. So you do not say one of the major part. One of these should be followed by a plural noun. So you have to say one of the major parts. And now let us go to the second sentence. In many countries, tourism is one of the major parts. You see, this is corrected here, one of the major parts of the economy. But it also causes environmental damage. You can see it also causes. You can see the subject here is it, and that does not agree with the verb cause, because cause is the base form of the verb. It does not agree with the singular subject, so you are supposed to use causes here. It also causes environmental damage. Now let us look at the third sentence. In many countries, tourism is one of the major parts of the economy, but it also causes environmental damage. So you can say this is the correct sentence. Okay, so you have got some pictures here, 3 of them. Look at, now what is this man doing? Of course, he's drinking a cup of tea or something like that. Or what is the girl doing? She's riding a bicycle. What are these hands doing? They are repairing a gas stove. Okay, this is what we can see in this picture. So now these are all what we call the verbs. Okay, so now look at these pictures. So what is happening? You can see it is raining. Or what do you feel about these 2 pictures? You can see this girl looks happy, and you can see this is a doctor. So here also we have got some verbs. Let us see what those verbs really are. Now choose the verbs now. The people of North India drink a lot of tea. What is the word that shows their action? The word drink shows what these people are doing. I mean, the people of North India, they drink a lot of tea. Just like that, one of my uncles repairs gas stoves to make a living. What does one of my uncles do? Of course, he repairs gas stoves. Here are some more examples. Most of the Chinese ride bicycles, so you can say ride is the verb here. And it rains heavily in most parts of Kerala, a South Indian state. You can see rains is the thing or the word that shows what is happening here. So you can see school children look happy. So the word look shows the state of being of school children. And fewer women than men are doctors. This are also is a state verb. So you can see there are 3 kinds of verbs. Verbs such as drink or repairs, drink or repairs, or even write. These are all verbs that show actions, or words that show actions. They are verbs. Now look at these 2 words, look and are. They show state of being of people or things. So that is what you call state verbs. And here you can see the word rains. It just shows an event, something that is happening. Nobody is doing that. It happens itself. or it does not show a state of somebody's being or anything like that. It shows an event, something happens. So that is an event verb. So any word that shows an action like these, or an event like this, or a state of being like these, are all called verbs. So now you have to understand that every verb has 5 forms. And now here you have got some sentences, some 5 sentences. Let us first of all identify the verbs in these sentences. So let us go through that. Majority of the world's population lives in consumer societies. So the verb here is lives. Now next thing is successful sports professionals earn a great deal of money. So what do successful sports professionals do? You can see they earn a lot of money or a great deal of money. So the word earn is the verb here. The first man who walked on the moon claimed that it was a giant leap for mankind. So you can see there are more than one here. So you can say the first man who did what? Who walked. Okay, walked is the verb here. And on the moon, what did he do? He claimed. Okay, claimed is another verb here. And what did he claim? That it was a giant leap. So here was is also a verb. So you can see there are 3 verbs in this sentence. Look at the 4th sentence. The internet has transformed many lives and economies. So here has is the verb, and just like that, transformed is also the verb. Okay, and now many animal species are facing extinction. You can see are is the helping verb here, facing is the main verb here. So these are the verbs. Now let us see which of the forms are here, or which forms are used here. You can see lives, the verb here, lives. It ends with S, and you can see it is the S form of the verb live. This is one of the forms of the verb. And now here you can see on, it is the base form of the verb. And here you can see walked, claimed, and was. These are all V2 forms, or we call them the second form of the verb, or verb 2, or you can also call them the past form of the verbs. And here you can see has plus an ed form. So this has is a helping verb. Following is an ed form. So this must be understood as the 3rd form of the verb, which is called V3. And we understand that it is V3 because it is used with a helping verb here. It is not directly used after the subject, the internet. So you have to remember that V2 cannot be used with a helping verb. So that is the way we understand V2 and V3. So here, many animal species are facing, you can see there is one helping verb are followed by ing form, facing. So from this, we can understand that there are 5 forms of the verbs. They are V1, V2, V3, ing form, and S form. Here you can see the forms of the verb. There are 5. We can call them base form, or past form, past participle, present indefinite, or S form, present participle, which is called ing form. For our understanding, let us call them V1, V2, V3, S form, or ing form. So these are the 5 forms of a verb. So you have to remember that every verb has these 5 forms, and we choose from these 5 forms according to our requirement. So now let us see the primary auxiliaries. Which of them are primary auxiliaries? Is, am, was, were, are. These are all the forms of be. You can say is the S form of be, was or were, it is the V2 of be, are and am are the present forms of be. So these are all the forms of the verb be. Similarly, you can see have, has or had. These are the forms of have. They are also primary auxiliaries. Do, did, does. These are also the forms of do. They are also primary auxiliary. So these are the primary auxiliary. We have got some more. We can call them modal auxiliaries, in which there are two sets. Okay, you can see here will, would, shall, should, can, could, may, might, must. These are all called modal auxiliaries. There are some more in set 2 which are used to, dare, need, ought to. So all these verbs are modal auxiliaries. So now we've got some understanding about the verb. Now let us understand more about it. So here we go. So you can see the list of, or a table of helping verbs. Also you can see the main verbs that are used after these helping verbs. So let us begin from here. You can see is, are, was, were. These are forms of be, as I've already told you, and you can see they are followed by ing form of the main verb in active voice, or V3 in passive voice. You have to remember, you use this ing form of the main verb only in active voice, and you use this V3 only in passive voice. Now let us look at these three of these. You can see have, has, or had. These three helping verbs are followed by V3 only. You cannot use any other verb after have or has or had. You have to use, out of those 5, V1, V2, V3, ing form and S form, out of those 5 you have to use only V3. That's the rule. And here you have got some helping verbs, modal auxiliary. After these you can use V1 in active voice. So you can say I will dance, she would pray for me, or we shall go together, you should be in time, like that. You can use V1 only after these helping verbs in active voice. You can use be plus ing form. So there also you are using be, which is nothing but V1, so that rule is fulfilled. After that you can use ing forms. So this is another possibility. So you can say, for example, I will be dancing, you would be praying for me, or we shall be going together, like that. So you can use be plus ing form in active voice. And in passive voice you have to remember with some of this, I mean will, would, shall, should, can, could, may, might, must. With these you can use be plus V3. You have to remember, you cannot use with all these things. You can use will, would, shall, should, can, could, may, might, must plus be plus V3, which will be passive voice. For example, you will be invited to the function, we would be forgotten in a few days, or something like that. So these are all possibilities of be plus V3 being used with will, would, shall, should, can, could, may, might, must. With other helping verbs here we do not use be plus V3. If we manage to use verbs like this, most of the errors we make in grammatical range and accuracy problem can be avoided.